So that's a pretty good question.
Very good
Why
question.
do we search for purpose and why do we need it? So what do you think about that?
The very root cause of the very root excitement of human life is hope, right? Hope, purpose. And if you go to your deep storage of your mind, what does the mind constantly think about? Future. Yeah, our mind is constantly outward. So we are constantly seeking something. You can call it as the energy of the mind. We are constantly going outward. Look at it this way. We have created greatest thing on this planet. Yeah, we have created most destructive thing also on this planet. What do we use to create things? Your mind. Mind is created to make the best thing in the world, and mind is there to create the worst thing in the world. Today we don't need 60,000 people to destroy the world. One man is needed. Press the button, gone. So our mind is really that powerful, and our mind is creating this kind of thoughts all the time because our soul is seeking. Deep inside, our soul is asking, why am I here? What am I doing here? Because our soul is attached to something which is called identity. Because the ego wants to identify. We want to be identified. So once we are identified with something, comes the purpose. We want to exist. We want to be known. So we are constantly in contact with the ego, which is playing the game of identification.
But maybe it's also a truth that deep inside, like you just said, we have that inner call to sort of like prove our existence or to justify that we are here with sort of like seeking for a purpose, like approval even. The more I can show this is my purpose and I achieve something in life, the more I justify my existence that I do take space here. And we can even question like when did our mind started to push us into a certain direction? And is it our real purpose, our life purpose, which is ingrained within our soul, our true self? Or is it coming from another source which is more about you still seek maybe approval from your father or your mother that you are good enough or that you do deserve? Many people, they are just chasing actually their own tail of simply getting the approval that they have a right to exist. And of course, like you said, going outwards is like a major distraction from whatsoever might be inside. And you don't want to feel that. So it is more preferable to simply be outside, constantly busy and doing something on the outside world instead of being in contact with whatsoever is inside of you. So that's why sometimes those high achiever who we might say, wow, they really fulfilled their purpose in life in the outward world. But they maybe have such a strong need to not feel whatsoever they carry inside. And they need to cover it up. So there are different sources where our mind can get the power or the energy from to push us forward to keep on seeking. And maybe you notice that sometimes we had dreams, right? Maybe as a teenager you had a dream what you want to be or what you want to have, or you want to have this and that partner in your life. And thank God it did not come true. So in hindsight you might understand that so something else is actually pulling the strings even though we try so hard with our mind to plan ahead, like you said, we are always in the future, we pull memories from the past, and we are hardly ever in the now and in contact with our own self. We are always like a pendulum from the past into the future and trying to prevent things or be the mastermind. And we sometimes maybe completely forgot the original purpose which you brought down here on this earth, which is connected with your soul. Why did I come here?
A lot of people don't even know the purpose of life. If you ask yourself, what is your highest purpose of your life? And at some point, many people will be quiet and say, what is the highest purpose of my life? But if you dig deep inside and connect to your soul level, everyone seeking happiness, everyone seeking salvation. The soul is seeking salvation, liberation, that ultimate happiness, that if I reach here, I'm going to be happy. If I have arrived here, I'm going to be happy. But then what happened? We are contradicting ourselves. Our thoughts goes one direction, our action goes another direction. That's a very beautiful yogic story. A man was walking in a forest, and he was very lucky. He kept walking and he reached heaven. And when he reached heaven, he was very happy. He said, I can eat whatever I want. When he started that thought, food came in front of him. He was very happy. He kept thinking, I can drink whatever I want here now. I'm in heaven. All sort of drinks came in front of him. I can have whatever I want. All the things which he was longing for came right in front of him. He was so happy. He was so happy, he started to feel like, is there someone else here to destroy my happiness? Is there a ghost? Ghosts appear. He was afraid. My God, this ghost maybe can kill me, can make me suffer. He started to feel suffering. Then he was afraid I could die, and he lead to death. You see how just one tiny little thoughts bring you to your own destruction.
And this is something we are not used to understand, that actually we always feel or we perceive that something from the outside is happening to us. And very, very easily we feel as the victim of destiny or fate or even of God. We feel punished and we feel there's so much injustice in the world and we don't understand how to solve this. And we try so hard. But actually everything starts with your thoughts, because your thoughts are creative force. And we are sending out these thoughts within a blink of an eye as an energy. And the universe is going to answer that energy. So if you deep down inside believe, I need to achieve, I need to get approval for my existence by working very hard, then in fact your life is going to be very hard. And you will have always that feeling it is never enough what I'm doing, because deep down inside you are still sending this out subconsciously. So outside world is actually like a blank canvas, and your thoughts are sending out colors onto this onto this canvas, and it's going to show you whatsoever you have inside. So whatever we have inside is going to be projected outside, what we call Maya, the illusion. Yeah, like a blank canvas. That's why it is so important, like you said in the beginning, to understand how the mind functions and how we can, I don't like the word control the mind, but to embrace the mind with its function and to make it our servant, instead that we are the servant of the mind with our life energy. And of course, like you might have seen that maybe people around you, they get lost with their purpose, or they had dreams before and then they find excuses why they can never have these dreams come true. And so there will always be an excuse. Yeah, now I cannot because I have maybe my parents I need to take care of, or now I have children I need to take care of. So they are constantly distracted and they're utterly unhappy, not understanding. Like I think Yogi Bhajan said it, like if you find yourself in the role of cleaning the streets, then do it with your full capacity, with your full heart. Embrace this moment and understand whatever role we have been given. Maybe this might be for now part of your purpose.
Exactly.
But if you fight against it, then you miss the beauty of the moment, the gift of the moment. And understand, if you want to change something, it starts with your mind, it starts with your thoughts. Thoughts become word, and this is what we call here is the Gyan Gupta.
Yeah.
Your mouth is actually the cave of wisdom, because you move the tongue and the teeth around and it creates action. So from the thought you create a word, the word creates action, it creates manifestation. So you are your own creative force, Karta Purk, the working God through you. We always think God is somewhere, maybe a guy with a gray beard or something. And we always think like, oh, if I behave like this, then maybe, you know, I get some nice chances in my life and things get better. But, you know, it is inside of you. Religion always tried to tell us it is somewhere outside there. We cannot reach, we cannot talk to this force. We need to, you know, behave in a certain way. But the matter of fact is that this energy flows through you every moment. When you are with your children, when you are doing your job, and it might not be your dream job, but maybe from stepping into the now, embracing whatsoever is now and understanding, aha, what did bring me here? And you might roll back the moments before and the days and the weeks and the months and the years, and you will understand, wait a second, did I not subconsciously create this situation because maybe I did not believe strongly enough that I can reach higher because I am more intelligent, I can do better. And you went under your capacity because your lack of self-esteem. Brings us back to when did it started. Sometimes we are so afraid of being that fantastic, great human being we all can be. And the question, what energy do you serve with your life, should be maybe more interesting than what is my life purpose, because then it's again about me. More, higher, bigger, more cars, more whatsoever. But what energy do you serve with your heart? It's not about here, the head, it's about the heart. And if you want to have these answers, you will never find it here, but here. Connect with your heart, connect with your intuition. We can only understand and speak through this capacity here. So the answers are beyond of the analytical mind. And it is about understanding that everything is in your own hands and we can make decisions. Yeah, you see, like the question might be, okay, that's nice to hear, but how can I connect with my heart? Because maybe you have been hurt in your life so much that you learn to close your heart properly. Even you don't feel it anymore. Many people, isn't it sad? I mean, they say, I don't feel much. It's like I function and I became quite tough and I'm so disconnected, and they don't feel, or they don't have this empathy anymore, this compassion, not even for themselves. And they treat themselves very brutally, we can say, right? So coming from the mind into the heart, first of all, there are many asanas or dynamic postures in Kundalini Yoga, which is absolutely about the heart center, the heart chakra. And a very simple practice is actually to bow. You might have seen it in Asia. People bow. And what does it do? It brings the heart higher than the mind, isn't it? When you go down, Your heart gets higher than the mind. It simply sends the simple signal to your ego, wake up, you are not in command here. It is the heart. And Funnywise's latest science proof is actually that the heart has a direct connection to the brain and give commands. So there's like an internal nervous system. So in fact, the brain is under the command of the heart. And they are interconnected with each other. That's why it is so important that we do take care about this maybe hurt or pain you carry inside. So, for example, bowing Jap Sahib is a wonderful practice, and you did it for many, many days until the floor under him broke. Literally, really, the tiles broke under you and your friend doing bowing Jap Sahib for so many days in a row. And they created a heat. Believe it or not, I mean, everything is energy. And mantras connected with a movement create such a powerful energy that literally the floor underneath both of them break into pieces. True story happened. So bowing Jap Sahib is a wonderful exercise.
You sit on your knees and you constantly keep in the rhythm. You bow, you move. You see, you are in that sort of, you can call it as hypnotizing yourself, and you're moving in that motion, constantly trying to bowing, touching your forehead to the ground.
In the rhythm of the mantra.
In the rhythm of the mantra.
Mm-hmm.
And to understand, it is peeling that each layer of the onion to go to the core. Because sometimes we are so clustered, so clogged, as we are a human being, a social being. So our way of looking at things, our eyes that we are looking at life, has been injected by the concept or by the thought structure of what we call society. So you might be thinking from what others tells you, this is right. Yeah. So your purpose of life has been what other things, this should be so-called purpose of life. But my question to you, is it your purpose of life? Is it someone else thinking, you are a child, now be a good girl, be a good child, don't disturb parents, go to school, do your study, get good grades. That's your purpose now, get good grades. Once you have got good grades, go to a good university, get a good degree. Why? You can get a good job after that. Get a nice husband, get a perfect family, get a perfect children. Is that what our really purpose of life is? And we are just all like a robot, constantly going into this rhythm without asking, what is really my purpose? What am I here for? Do you know? Do you know what is your purpose? Or you only know what others pointing fingers and tell you that is what you should do? So what is the difference between you and a robot? The moment and I'm not saying you'll renounce all this. Try not to go one extreme to another. Notice, yes, we live in the society. These are things which we consider. But I am not neglecting my individuality, my sense of being, because there is a reason why I'm here on this planet. And through me, there is something that I can manifest, contribute to the planet. There is something in me that I can give out if I know why am I here, and energy comes through me. I am just a deliverer. I am just a postman. Therefore, it is not me. It is coming through me. A postman never open a letter and read what is inside. Postman simply deliver to the address. So once you know your purpose, you are here just a deliverer. You may die tomorrow, but your legacy remain. What you have contributed to the planet, that remain. Your name can be taken out, but what you have created left can benefit generations. So once you know that purpose, you're not just here to seek pleasure. You're not just here to seek temporary fame, excitement. You're here for a real purpose, and that is your purpose, not someone else's purpose. So, how do you find that? Meditate, daily, connect, and be patient.
And which meditation would you recommend for the heart?
I am a big fan of breathing meditation. I'm a big fan of chanting meditation. And there are many breathing and chanting meditation. Many meditation which you hold your hands, for example, like this, you're chanting. And we can guide you with that if you like to do, if you like to join. We also have every Saturday a meditation group on Zoom. If you like to try, join us. Every day, every Saturday that we do, every Saturday we do different new meditation. And from my heart, I welcome you. Come and join. Try one time. Try and see how do you feel. Because I can give you meditation now until and unless you really practice them and feel them. That's where the effect works. There are tons of information on internet. You can search. But the difference is when you really practice them. Knowledge is out there. Practice needs you.
But a very easy way, even for children, and I wish we would do this with all our children instead just, pushing them to study and be good pupils in school and putting all our focus on here, the brain capacity. We should teach them also how to cope with stress by connecting to something which is here, the value is here inside. And a very easy way to do this, or you can't sleep at night and your mind goes berserk. Many of us know this, right? So you simply put your left hand onto your heart, right hand on top, and just feel for a moment your physical heartbeat. Feel your breath and just be there. Stay with your mind and allow this to run for a little bit more. This is the job of your mind, producing all these thoughts. Just let it happen. And whenever you get dragged away, come back, feel your heart, feel your breath, and just feel this beautiful touch. And I'm very sure if you are patient, then you will feel a certain kind of energy resides here. And this is your inner treasure and your inner wisdom, which holds all the answers you need to know to start into the next day or to solve a certain problem or situation, or you need advice. The advice is here. So connect here simply by this loving touch. And imagine how would you touch your own child or your lover, and just give this loving touch to yourself. Just for 1-2 minutes, just try it. And you will feel that you are calming down, that your mind gets slower, and that eventually the answer was always there, but you were so busy hunting it that you could not hear the little tiny voice inside.
If you feel that mind get distracted, like I said, I'm a big fan of mantra. Simple one mantra. As you place the hands here, simple mantra, Satnam. Inhaling Sat, exhaling Nam. Sat means truth, Nam means identity. So you're going into that space where you come in contact with the true identity. And that's where the whole purpose opens up.
Satnam is a reminder for your soul. It's like calling out this essence inside of you. And I do even my workout in the gym with Satnam. So whatever exercise I do is Satnam. And it makes everything beautiful because it reminds you constantly, I'm not just this physical form, I'm not just this mind, there's something higher, there's something beyond which is guiding me through the day. And it reminds me, be true to yourself, speak out the truth, serve the truth, have an open mind, and just keep on being in that constant flow, connected with your heart. So thank you so much for listening, for sharing your beautiful energy with us. And we are always there for you with our heart and our soul to guide you a little bit through this confusing life journey we all are in. And we're looking forward to seeing you soon again here. Thank you so much. Have a beautiful day.
Have a wonderful day. Satnam.
Satanam.